Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tony D's new channel again. Lovely to talk to you here. So today I wanted to pay special tribute to someone celebrating a birthday this week. This past week was April the 8th, Julian Lennon's 63rd birthday. Julian Lennon, of course, the first child of John Lennon and Cynthia Lennon, born in 1963, April 8th. Now, of course, I'll tell you a bit about why he was born. Because back in 62, there was no birth control mass available to women. And most men back then didn't practice their own birth control. And as John Lennon once said, he was born out of one night with a whiskey bottle. And because back in those days, if a woman got pregnant by accident, it was the man's duty to do her well and marry her. Otherwise, they would be ostracized from society. And then when Julian was born, John saw him in the hospital and said, "Oh, who is going to be a big rock and roller like his daddy?" And then, of course, sadly, he left Cynthia to go vacation with their manager, Brian Epstein, in Barcelona, Spain. And that's another story for another time. I'm not going to get into that right now. But I want to talk about Julian Lennon and his solo albums and his discography for a bit. Because of all the Beatles' sons who are singer-songwriters like them, Julian Lennon is my favorite. Now, I am a fan of James McCartney's solo career as well. I saw him in concert once and met him. It was an amazing time. He shook my hand. I didn't want to wash it. He signed my shirt that I had of his, and now it's framed. I wish I had brought my CDs of his to get signed, but I didn't. Again, not the story I want to share here now. But Julian Lennon is my favorite of all the Beatles' sons, who are also singers. And I want to talk about his discography for a brief bit here. In 1984, working with producer Phil Ramone, he released this album, Volat. 3 years ago or so, I got this at a Chicago record store called Reckless Records. And way before that, I got it on CD here. I really like that photo. He was a handsome man. Still is a handsome man, by the way. Now, the album Volat had 2 hit singles on it. Too Late for Goodbyes, starting side 2. Now, that's a great song, and it's a song that I think his father would have loved if he was still alive. Because like a few of John Lennon's songs from the end of his career, it has a reggae vibe to it. I mean, not really reggae, but a little bit of a reggae vibe. Ever since you've been leaving me, I've been wanting to die, but it's far too late for goodbyes. The melody is really cool, and I like the very cool falsetto voice that Julian does in that song. I mean, if you listen to it on the radio or online, I guarantee it's going to stay in your head for a long time. And then he does this cool thing in the chorus where he just starts scatting like do 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 do. It's kind of like what Paul would do. That is a great song. Of course, the other big hit single from the album was the title track, Volat, which has some cool guitar moves in there, cool guitar chords. I think it's about a girlfriend that he was with. But again, wonderful singing in that song. Great lyrics. Wonderful guitar playing in that. I just love the whole production of it. It's definitely the best song from the album. And the deep cuts from the album are really nice too. Okay For You is a fun song. On the Phone is a nice song where he's just singing about problems on the phone. Space is a bit, I wouldn't say, not psychedelic, but spacey. And Jessie is the only song there he did not write. It's a good song, though. I like Let Me Be. Lonely is good. So that's Valat. That's what I gotta say about that. I think it's a really good album. I'm really glad I have this. And of course, the second album from him was, I believe, in '86, called The Secret Value of Daydreaming. Now, I wish there was a song on here with that same name, because I believe in the secret value of daydreaming. And I wish that he was singing about that on here. I got this from that very same store in Chicago where I got Valat from. Just $5. There's a cool vibe on a lot of these songs on here. I like Stick Around. I love the song This Is My Day from side 2. That's one of those just absolutely joyful, optimistic songs where he's just singing about the joy of having a great day and feeling happy, and this is my day. It's just, it's joyful, it's happy. I love it. I really like the final track, Want Your Body. It's got kind of a edgy, sexy vibe to it. Sort of like his dad on I Want You, She's So Heavy. Now, I'm probably way wrong about this, but I always thought the song Coward Till the End was about his dad. But we have no evidence for that. Yeah, I like a lot of these songs on here. I believe the next song on his catalog, or the next album, I mean, was Mr. Jordan from '89. And then I really want to talk about Photograph Smile from him from 1998. Again, it's a long album. Well, yeah, it's a long album because in '98, the CD had been an invention for about 16 or so years, and CDs could fill more music than a vinyl record could, so they would put more songs on there. Ooh, I still got a sticker on here that says $8.99 from CD Warehouse, even though I bought on Amazon. But anyway, there were a lot of great, catchy songs on here. Day After Day is great. And you could say it has some great Beatle-esque harmonies to it and Beatle-esque lyrics. And the music video you should definitely check out, because that music video also has a few little references to the Beatles, I think. I shouldn't say references, but the music video is very, very humorous and well done, I would say, like a lot of Beatles stuff. I Don't Want to Know is also the kind of song his dad might have written, I think. It's very catchy, it's really poppy. And She Cries is a gorgeous song on here. Just gorgeous. Photograph Smile is the title song. It's really melancholy. It's really sad. I don't remember which song it was, but there was a song on here that made me cry listening to it about 10 years ago. I don't remember which one it was or why it made me cry. I think it was just that I was listening to the album and thinking about Julian and how his father wasn't there for him when he was very young, and that made me tear up. But I don't remember what it was in particular. But yeah, this is a great album, and later on I'll do individual deep dives into all these albums. But that's Photograph Smile from '98. And now I want to move on to my favorite Julian Lennon album, and one of my all-time favorite albums. And that's Everything Changes. That's the big box set. And that's a small CD. You can see that lovely cover photo with the hand, and it looks like wings. Maybe not. But this is the big box set of the album with 2 records that are cover photos, and about 2 or 3 CDs. And I bought this from his website about 3 years ago, maybe. Now, like I said, this is my favorite Julian Lennon album, and one of my favorite albums of all time. I know this is really bold to say, but I would rate this album above, or not above, but I would rate this as being as great as some of his dad's great stuff. Just when I listened to this album, it just kind of moved me in a way that my favorite stuff from his dad moved me. Like Walls and Bridges. That album is so moving and profound. And this album, I think, has a lot of beautiful, gorgeous, profound material on there. I want to talk about some of it. The title track, which starts out the album, is so beautiful. Everything changes. Oh. Like I said, later on I'm going to do another video about all of these songs in this album. But I just want to briefly gush over this album right now. You got the track Someday with him and the guy from Aerosmith on here. Steven Tyler is on this song on here. How cool is that, man? Yeah, it's called Someday. It's a beautiful song about peace. Looking for Love is gorgeous. Hold On is the same title as a song by his dad from John's first solo album, Plastic Ono Band. Of course, that was called Hold On John. Now it's just Hold On. But again, a very moving song, just absolutely gorgeous. Touch the Sky is also just incredible. It's this great plea for humanity to, I guess, move beyond what we are and to become a greater thing. Oh, it's achingly beautiful is what I would say about that song. Invisible is a really nice song. Yeah, it's just, oh. And then, oh, Just For You is beautiful as well. I love Just For You. Oh, and I gotta mention the song Always. Just like his father, he was commenting on current events. And Always is a song that was commenting on the Bush administration who started the War on Terror and multiple legal wars. Always is a brilliant song. And I do want to read some of these lyrics, written by him and his friend Clayton. No turning back, ain't no easy ride. Only one direction in order to survive. As we diagnose the truth, love has lost its way to greedy roots. Sometimes the world's so cold. Where's all this hatred coming from? I wish it was easy, but fear will divide. Always, always. Until we aspire to change and get it right. Always, always. When you realize, my friend, nothing left to lose. Open up your arms, lay down your guns. End this game of tools, which was easy. But fear will divide. Oh, until we get it right, religion will divide. Again, like his father, very much so. Politics will lie, blind will lead the blind, empire for an eye. Still not satisfied. Again, like his father, brilliantly commenting on current events, and they're very evergreen lyrics. Those lyrics could describe what's happening right now in the world with the Trump regime. They could describe what happened in the world 40 years ago with Reagan, or 50 years ago with Nixon. Just so absolutely brilliant, and he sings it so well, so beautiful. Oh. Oh, and then another song that I see is really an excellent anthem for humanity and a plea for humanity called Disconnected, about how people are all disconnected from each other and how horrible that is. Life is deeper than the sea. Close your eyes and learn to breathe. Cradle life in love and let it flow. 'Cause I believe that everyone's the same. 'Cause we're all so disconnected. Oh, that one's beautiful. It's achingly beautiful, I think. Time and illusion finds us drowning in doubt. But if you listen, you will find a way out. Learn to trust your intuition and see. Your shadows float away and set you free. Ooh, life is deeper than the sea. Cradle life in love and let it flow. 'Cause I believe that everyone's the same. And we're all so disconnected. His singing on this track and the others on here is so incredible. Again, it's like his father, because he's commenting on humanity. And Never Let You Go is another beautiful song. It's probably a love song, or it could be about humanity as a whole. Oh. I can see by the look in your eyes you want to be free. Come along and you'll see. We can fly to the stars between Venus and Mars. A Wings album right there. I won't fail you. Never let you go. And I will never let you go. Don't Wake Me Up is another one of the most beautiful songs on the album. He sings about dreaming of you. The dream can't last forever. This dream can't all be true. Again, I want to comment on how Julian Lennon, his singing voice is so similar to his dad's, because he could rock out, but on a lot of songs on this album, he's really stretching his vocal cords, and he gives a great falsetto, and he sounds feminine, really. I mean, I shouldn't say feminine, that's the wrong word, but yeah, the falsetto voice is really beautiful. I love what he does with his voice on this song. I love how lovely his voice sounds, how gorgeous his voice sounds. Oh, and another just achingly gorgeous song here is just, well, beautiful. It's called Beautiful. You gave your life for love. Though you're on a different plane, you become one with God above, you're free. You were so beautiful. Oh, what an achingly gorgeous love song that is. Just gorgeous. That's the last track on here. And, yeah, this box is one of my most treasured sets right here. You've got 4 CDs. You've got the DVD with the documentary about the making of the album. You've got a CD with instrumental cuts of all the songs, and all the songs on just acoustic demos. You've got picture discs of all the songs in the album. Again, one of my all-time favorite albums, and an album that I would rate as being nearly as good as John Lennon's Best Stuff from Julian Lennon, Everything Changes. The box set was not cheap, but I defend that because it was worth every penny. And now I want to get to his most recent LP. This was released in 2022, and it was simply called Jude, a reference to the song Hey Jude, which I'm sure he knows and we all know was written all about him. And God, every song on here is just so gorgeous, so beautiful. It starts off with "Save Me." Now, similar title to a song by Paul McCartney called "Save Us," which started off his album New in 2013. And again, "Save Me" is a gorgeous, gorgeous song. It's a love song, of course. You're the only one. Oh, I want to share out that photo there on the gatefold of Julian laying in a couch, possibly a daybed. And then the next track is "Freedom." And again, another just gorgeous love song where he sings, "Your love is freedom." And again, another Paul McCartney reference, because there's the Paul McCartney song called "Freedom" from 2001, commenting on what just happened with 9/11, trying to declare that America will persevere. Every Little Moment, the third track on here, is fantastic. It's one of those optimistic songs, similar to "This Is My Day" on his second album, where he's singing about how we need to be joyful because the war is over. I don't know which war he's referring to, because I didn't hear of any war ending. I love that song so much. Every little moment, every little raindrop, every little sunspot, the war is over. Every little moment, need a little backbone, need a little courage. And my favorite song on this album is track 5, "Love Don't Let Me Down." The piano playing on there is gorgeous. The melody is beautiful. And the lyrics are so wonderful. They're very vulnerable lyrics about, well, they're all about anxiety in life and in relationships and not knowing where you fit in life and not wanting this love of yours to let you down. As the title says, "Love, Don't Let Me Down." Again, another reference to a song by the Beatles. Because, of course, his dad wrote a song called "Don't Let Me Down," and he just added the word love to it. I can't say for sure if he intended that or not. But I enjoy this song just as much as that song by his dad. And then the next track I love is called "Round and Round Again." And again, another similarity to a song by his dad. His dad had a song called "Here We Go Again," very rare. It was only on the album "Men Love Avenue," released after John's death. "Round and Round Again" is great. Its lyrics talk about, I guess, the mundanity of life and the boredom of life. It's beautiful. Oh, and the first track on side B is called "The Love Never Dies." And just like "Freedom" and "Save Me" on side 1, it is an achingly beautiful love song. Just achingly beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous song. And I really enjoyed the song "Lucky Ones" after that. Another one of these optimistic, joyful, upbeat songs, singing about how we're the lucky ones, lucky to be alive right now. So those are all my Julian Lennon records and CDs that I wanted to share with all of you. To me, Jude and Everything Changes are the best two of these albums. If they're talking about Julian Lennon albums from this century. In terms of the 80s and beginning of his career, Valette is great. Secret Value of Daydreaming is really good. But if you don't have Everything Changes in Jude, I would recommend those two. Like I said, I will do deeper dives on Everything Changes at some point, and possibly a deeper dive on the Jude album. But both of these albums are just incredible. They both have songs that are just achingly gorgeous. And I don't say about every song. And I want to wish Julian Lennon a very happy 63rd birthday. I think it's very cool that he was born the year 1963, and now he is 63 years old. That's very cool. And he's been on talk shows in the past year or so promoting this new book of his of photographs. And I'm really glad that he survived this cancer scare of his. And yeah, I don't like seeing him in interviews where people bring up his dad, because, you know, I know that his dad, John, didn't know how to be a father to him because his father wasn't around for him. And he just was neglectful of Julian and didn't see him all that much. And so I do keep that in the back of my mind, because I don't want Julian to feel pain for that. I do feel like Jude album, like some of these songs might have been written during very painful times for him. I don't know though, because there aren't many books about Julian like there are about his dad. I'd love to find out about the making of these songs. Maybe there are interviews I could find on YouTube. He is my absolute favorite of all the sons of the four Beatles, who are singers and songwriters themselves. I think he's a lot like his father. Whereas Sean Lennon is definitely like his father in his songs. But then he has this avant-garde side to him as well. He's very psychedelic with the Ghost of Saber-Tooth Tiger Band. Julian is more about melody and very emotional, vulnerable lyrics. That's why I really treasure his albums. And yeah, I'm gonna cut it there. And you might see more in-depth videos from me on Julian's two best albums. But thank you for watching, and like, share, and comment if you also are a fan of Julian Lennon. Thank you.